Hey, it's Blastzone Mike. It is a Wednesday night. No, Tuesday night. Sorry. Tuesday night. SmackDown's on Tuesday night. Shit, I forget. Anyway, it's Tuesday night. I have Insane Lane, and he has the distinguished honor of being my first ever wrestler on my show. Well, I take that back. There was another wrestler on the show like a while back. But anyway, he's distinguished honor of being a hardcore wrestler. He's the kind that gets cut up, beat up, and then looks gnarly in the end. And you know how you hear of the Crimson Mask? I bet you he's had a few of them in his life. So, we're going to talk about a whole lot of wrestling, a whole lot of shit like that. Because as you all know, I love my wrestling. So, we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about some of the stuff going on in regular wrestling today. We're going to talk about how he got into wrestling. After that, we'll have our fourth challenge of 104 ounces of beer in 5 minutes. That's coming up. And then later on, me and Dennis will be talking probably. And then tomorrow, I will have the guy from Death Note on Amazon. No, not Amazon. On Netflix. The guy that was the monster, that was the Angel of Death, he will be on the show tomorrow. So, here we go. Let's go. So anyway there, Mr. Lane, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. So let's kind of go back to when you were a wee little bitty Insane Lane, okay?
All right.
Back in the day when you were just a kid. Can you take me back to some of your favorite wrestlers when you were a kid, and what inspired you to be what you are today, really?
I was obviously a Hulkamaniac growing up. That's what got me into liking wrestling. I always liked the characters on the walls of the life. You know, like the Ultimate Warriors, the guys with that character. I really didn't care much about wrestling, really. I just wanted, I just liked the character and the majesty of it all. And I've been a fan of it ever since. I grew up watching Hogan, Williams, Sting, Ric Flair. And I started reading guys stuff. Got to ECW, you know, with Terry Funk. I was into all there, familiar with him, but it's music and Flair. And, you know, ECW really got me thinking handful matches. I'm a horror movie fan, and stuff always me. And I used to read the Illustrated magazine, and then had a Bill the Butcher, Bill the Verdict in place. So it was pretty wild. I went and got trained. I was originally trained to be a legit professional wrestler. I got into death matches, hardcore matches later on.
So, growing up, were you WWF or WCW?
Well, at first I was WWF. And then my mom married my stepdad. He would give my stepdad. He introduced me to NWA. He taught me about the Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Briscoes and the Harley Races and Terry Funk. And I lived in Atlanta. So I got to watch WCW, WWE wrestling. I started watching that a lot more. And I kind of started watching more WCW when I was in WWE. It was pretty much 50-50. But more than that, it was 50-50. I watched that wrestling on, I watched.
So then, as you got older and you got to see The Art of Hardcore by Paul Heyman, which would be ECW, it was all over then, wasn't it? It was just like, holy crap, what am I watching? Oh my God, what is this, you know?
Yeah.
When you see some guys like New Jack, when you saw guys like New Jack just come out and destroy people.
Yep. You saw stuff you never seen before. And it was different. It wasn't that, I mean, they had characters, but it wasn't that slow thing, methodical style they used to do a lot of the other guys do. They was flying all over the place, throwing people in the crowd, getting bloody, and looking at women running around. And ECW was a jam.
So let's kind of fast forward. Now, if you were to talk about there's five big wrestling organizations right now. There's Lucha Underground, there's Ring of Honor, there's TNA, there's Global Force Wrestling, and of course there's WWE. In your opinion, which one of them has the best product?
Well, you got to go with the one that makes the most money. I'd have to say WWE, just because their fan base is so huge around the world. They're a billion-dollar company.
So,
and the name of the game is to make money. They do, but I mean, but there's also other things to consider. Which Underground has crazy bad action.
oh my God, they're amazing. Anybody that ain't seen Lucha Underground's missing because, I mean, who would ever thought really that Mexican wrestlers would get over so good in America? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and people like that happen and stuff. And they also do other. They have crazy storylines and stuff that go with it.
You know, I think, my opinion. This is my opinion. I think WWE probably is the big dog. Okay, but I think the best wrestling faction that's in any wrestling right now across the board has got to be the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
I mean,
they've had a lot of people go through that business stable and stuff. When you look at AJ Styles, Anderson, Gallows, you see where they are now. They lost to WWE championships, and you got guys in there now like Kenny Omega and Anthony Saleh and the Young Bucks. Yeah, I mean they're an awesome faction.
I think the best wrestler right now in all the the big leagues right now is probably Marty Scurll.
Who?
Marty Scurll.
Oh yeah. He's a good one.
I love his character.
He's good dad too.
See, it's not just. It's just. I don't know if it's his wrestling. Okay, it's just his persona, his character. His character is just so damn cool. I mean, it's like, cause see, I watch the Young Bucks being elite. You know, they got their own YouTube show. So I watch that, and I watch it because I want to see Marty, because I like Marty. I'm not a big Kenny Omega fan. I think he's a jackass. I mean, he's just arrogant. He's just very arrogant, and I don't know if that's how he comes across in the wrestling ring and in real life, but he's just really arrogant. And it's like there's so many guys that came before him: AJ Styles, Adam. Who just came to NXT. Adam Page. Not Adam Page. God, what's his name?
Adam.
Huh?
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Yeah, you got Adam Cole that came, you got, God, AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I mean, all those guys were leaders of the Bullet Club at one time. And in my opinion, all three of them guys got more, they're just so much more to them than Kenny Omega. And everybody's like, oh, Kenny Omega's going to come to WWE, and I'm like, who cares? I want to see Marty Scurll. I want to see Marty Scurll or whatever his name is come to the WWE. I want to see him on a big stage with that whole woo crap, because he's got and the best thing that Cody Rhodes ever did was leave the WWE. On the other hand,
I agree.
Because Cody Rhodes is such a great character. I mean, he was so tame in WWE. I hated him in WWE until he became Stardust. I love Stardust. But now watching him in Independence and Ring of Honor and New Japan and, going where he goes, because he defends that Ring of Honor belt everywhere. The dude has got it going on. And if he ever went to WWE, it'd be a dumb mistake. He might make good money, but he ain't going to be who he wants to be. And I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Going on the circuit he's done, what Wonder so spiritual behind it, I think. Showing everybody what he's capable of instead of putting them in the gold dust stuff funky or whatever.
I mean, it's like Dustin. I mean, Dustin can never get over his Dustin. He always has to be Goldust. He'll always have to be Goldust. He'll never get over as anything but Goldust. It'll never happen. I mean, I love him.
Because he does Goldust so well.
I mean, I loved him as Dustin Rhodes in WCW, but he never got over. You know, it was. You know, they even put him with the damn Four Horsemen, and he still didn't get over. And I'm so happy that his brother was able to get away and become who he wanted to be without any kind of complication. You know, and it just his whole story, everything's come a long ways. You know, I guess it works for different wrestlers. Okay, you got Finn Balor who come to WWE, and I feel like he's done better in WWE than he did with Ring of Honor or when he was in New Japan. Whereas you got a guy like Cody that I feel like he's done better in New Japan than he ever done with WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on who the person is, basically. Yeah. And it depends on how smart you are up here and how much you can figure out how to control your own destiny. You know, like yourself. You said you pro wrestle too, but you do hardcore wrestling too. And I mean,
right.
To do what you do, you know, and do these death matches and brutal matches like you do, it has to have a mindset up here that's got to be pretty smart or just pretty fucking crazy, whichever one. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, because...
Yeah, I know exactly.
You know, we talked before we come on, and I told you Necro Butcher was like one of my favorite ever hardcore wrestlers. And you told me you got to wrestle him once or twice.
Well, I wrestled him several times. I lost count after 5.
And did you learn anything from him when you wrestled him?
I did.
What was that, to survive?
Yeah. You better, well, you know, we did a bar fight, straight punches. I learned really quick that you're not supposed to put around him, or he'll light you up, you know, give him back.
So he likes the full contact part of it.
Yeah. He likes it. He likes the lamb in there, and he put lamb in there to him too.
Have you?
That's just the style.
Now, when do you remember the first time you ever did one?
First time I ever did one?
Yeah, a death match like that.
Well, my very first death match. Oh, who was it? Not a hardcore match. That was with pans and cans, but real legit. Though.
Really?
And he beat me with a cinder block and stopped. He suplexed me outside. Onto a whole bunch of chairs. He pinned me. And the very first death match. I was just happy I think I could do it.
Has there been any that you were really surprised that you made it out the best you did?
Yeah, there goes back to one called Carnage Cup. They had 2 the tournament down south, and all the way to the finals. It was me, Michael Butcher, Corporal Roberts, Frank Donovan. It was a bloodbath, man. It was pretty brutal. And they were the last 2 guys in the ring. Almost did. And then he ended up getting the best.
What, now,
and then there was a death turned out in the had light tubes hanging from the. It was crazy.
but you love it.
Yeah, I love it. I
You don't look like you're too banged up, though. A lot of them look really banged up in their heads.
Oh, well, I mean, you can't. See, I mean, if the deal is matter. You can see, it looks like my arm and my back's covered.
Have you ever really cut yourself really bad? Have you ever had any real bad injuries doing it?
I've had. I got my top of my eyebrow right here. I just super glued it. I still got stitches. I wanted to save the doctor. Then I got right here. I had a piece of glass lodged. Kind of quick. Getting very sick. I went and got it looked at, and that was fine. Necropution, he hit me in the chair, and his aim was off, and it cracked my pelvis.
Oh,
I was out for several months after.
Now, if any of you ever want to watch some hellacious deathmatch, hardcore, whatever you want to call it, go on YouTube and look up Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher, people, and I talked to him about this too. We can say that Cactus Jack and Terry Funk created this form of brutality in wrestling, but Necro Butcher took it to a new level.
Yeah. Well, you forget also there. Put death matches where that was Anita. He did all those stuff. He's a pioneer. Mr. Pogo, Matsunaga, Jun Kasai in Japan, all the new guys. I mean, all these Batman Punch, whoever lifted up so much, and now the good guys are around. They're just so crazier than we ever thought. Those guys got to catch up with them. Man, I thought we were pretty bomb, but man, guys now, daredevils.
Didn't you just wrestle out in California or something here recently?
No, I haven't wrestled.
What was your last? When was your last death match?
Well, I haven't taken time off up until now, and I guess my last death was last August.
Last August?
In Michigan. Yeah, I had we went through a really bad divorce, and I put wrestling on. I wanted to focus on getting my kids done.
Yeah.
I off of wrestling. I'm coming back. Actually, I'll be wrestling in Memphis, Indiana on September 16th for ITV. The Crimson Mass.
They're gonna be pretty brutal.
Oh yeah. He's got some. I want to be there. Mr. Stagecoach want to be there. A couple of the newer guys, Wood, 80 Hard, right? But Ian was one of the wrestlers. I can't think off the top of my head.
Well, man. So, but you do pro wrestling though, right? Too. You don't just do all this. You do other kind of wrestling too, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is though, bread and butter doing matches. It's hard. I kind of pigeonhole myself in matches because there's a stigma out there in wrestling, independent wrestling. Death matches that basically you can't wrestle and you can't work a match. It's bullshit. I started out as a traditional. During hard death matches, 3 years after I started, 3 years of doing just regular matches before I started doing the death match you see on YouTube, whatever, on TV, whatever.
And what's been your favorite match so far ever that you've done?
regular match or a death?
Both. Tell me both.
Oh, well, my favorite regular match was in Pell City, Alabama for IWA Deep South. I wrestled a guy in a man, and we had a really good match. Regular match, no blood, no nothing. Good impact moves, good little bit back and forth. I mean, it was probably one of my best matches I've had. Death match, oh, there's some. I probably have to say, my match with Brain Damage, 2007 was a really good. It was wild, and, or the one I've had so many matches with my partner, that freak show. I've seen him of sports all over the country. Everyone was good. Then the one that I really think that was really people told me about was King of the Death matches.
How many of those are how much of your stuff's on like DVD, or where can people see some of your stuff?
Well, you can go to Smart Mark Video, and they can I guess do a search of the same link. They'll give you a list of them. I'm on at least a probably there's a bunch of them almost.
And you got your own merchandise too, right?
Yes, I have T-shirts. DieHardDesign.com. They're $24.99 plus. And at shows, I sell deep. I sell just best of my Mac. $12 each.
Cool. So is that the only thing you got going on? Is just that one show in Memphis, Indiana?
But for that, well, I got some things coming down the line, but it's doing the works. I want like saying what happened and not happen. There's some big plans for instant coming down the pipe. Just stay tuned.
What do you think? You've been in the business for a while. What do you think of independent wrestling as opposed to when you first got into business and now? Do you think it's gotten better and it's bigger, or do you think it's gotten worse and it's smaller?
I think it's gotten bigger. I mean, it's all now because a lot of the guys that he I mean, look at Seth Rollins. He was Tyler Black. And everybody knew. Everybody was, I remember Tyler Black from back in the day, or Dean Ambrose when he was John.
Yeah.
AJ Styles from.
I found out something the other day. Do you know that Dean Ambrose actually wrestled for TNA?
I didn't know that.
There's a match. My friend told me that he was looking on YouTube, and there's actually a match of Dean Ambrose as his original name. What was his original name? You said a minute ago?
John Moxley.
Yeah, John Moxley. He wrestled for TNA like one match. I don't know if it was just like some kind of I don't know if it was a dark match or what it was, but he wrestled for him. And if you go back and watch John Moxley stuff, because you can find it all over YouTube, he's pretty much had the same persona for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't really changed it.
Name.
Yeah, he ain't really changed it much.
Well, which is good, because, I mean, great. I mean, he was.
Do you like the new Seth Rollins and him back together?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you see come back together again all the time.
Now this is
Except the Rock, we never got back together.
Now this is the number one question. Do you think Roman Reigns will ever get over with the crowd?
the way they're doing, uh, I don't think so. They need to, they just, I don't know. I mean, he's so polarizing. I mean, if you got some like him. My son likes Roman Reigns.
Most kids like him.
Yeah, you know, I just think it's forcing him. Not everybody. They did Rocky Maivia. Good he is, and he promo and show some charisma.
Do you,
But what do I know? I'm an indie wrestler.
yeah, but I mean, you know, we watch this stuff all the time. Do you think back through all the years of both of us watching wrestling, okay? Do you remember one wrestler? Do you remember one wrestler that is as hated as him?
Ooh, I tell you what, the night after Roman Reigns came in the ring, the whole crowd just gave him. Roman Reigns didn't have to say anything. I've never seen anyone get that much hate.
But you know what?
Oh, great.
You know, the thing about that is, though, I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm not a Roman Reigns fan, okay? Everybody knows I'm not a Roman Reigns fan.
Yeah.
That's not no story, you know. I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy because, you know, he went out there and he was doing a job. You know, let's face it, everybody's doing a job. If you're any job you do, if you're a vacuum cleaner, salesman, a hamburger person, whatever it is, you're doing a job. And he knew that the Undertaker really didn't want him to be the one to beat him like that at WrestleMania. He wanted it to be John Cena. He's always wanted John Cena to be the one to end his career. Which, as we know now, John Cena's probably going to wrestle the Undertaker at the next WrestleMania. They're talking about setting it up for this WrestleMania as the Undertaker's come back and he's going. Survivor Series, there's talk that John will probably be in an altercation with the Undertaker, because that's who the Undertaker wants to end his career. He wants John Cena to end his career, and when he does that, that's going to really take a lot away from Roman Reigns. You know, because Roman Reigns,
most definitely.
You know, it's going to take a lot away from Roman Reigns. But you can ask my wife. My wife's sitting here, and you know, it's nothing. This is nothing. Hey, the thing's not charging for some reason. This ain't nothing that I ain't said before. I really feel sorry for Roman Reigns after WrestleMania. You know, I feel sorry for the guy. He just, hold on. I don't know. He just looked so just mystified when he walked up the ramp from WrestleMania. Like, did I really just do that? You know? And, you know, for that moment in time, you really feel sorry for the guy. But then when he comes in, and like you said on Raw, and opens that damn trap of his, it all goes away, and you're like, you son of a bitch, you. You know? Because I think that he would have been better if they had Paul Heyman. I think he would have been better.
They should have.
I don't know. I don't know what's doing.
Roll with him being a heel after.
Yeah. I think they should have got Paul Heyman or somebody to be his mouth. Like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wouldn't be Brock Lesnar if it wasn't for Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, man, it kind of gives Brock Lesnar.
I guess it'll be okay.
More of an aura.
I don't know. Yeah, you know, I mean, if you can't talk, you don't need to be talking in the ring. Like, you know, I mean, this last week, everybody's big thing was, did John Cena work or did he shoot on Roman Reigns? And I think it was a work that turned into a shoot. Because I really believe John Cena really wanted to say this shit he said to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was part of it, but I'm sure he put in a little personal feeling into it, which makes it great because being you process it.
I mean, Roman couldn't say but dumb shit the whole time, you know? You know, I mean, he's like, he tells him, he says, the reason why I can't leave is because you can't do your job right. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy crap,
That was
man.
pretty damn.
You're like sitting there going, and then what he said about The Undertaker, you know, a wrestler at the end of his career.
Old man was mad.
Yeah. I think they did. I think he said that to set up his Undertaker feud, though.
Could be.
You know, everything they do for a reason, though. I mean, everything is a reason. And, you know, I don't know if you agree with me, but if they just let Triple H take the reins of WWE, WWE would be a lot better than what it is right now.
Right. That's it. And possibility, but I mean, as long as he'll always have his say in it.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing that's a shame. I mean, he's the one that's on like Roman Reigns, and he's the one that's on Big Cass, and you know, he's always like the bigger guys. He's never like the smaller guys ever. You know, the smaller guys always had to really impress him. You know, he had Christopher Daniels do. Christopher Daniels, one of the greatest wrestlers out there today, had a dark match, and Vince McMahon said he'll never be a superstar.
Oh wow! Didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's been doing it for 20 some years now, and you know he stayed true to who he is, and you know and 205 just sucks. Let's just face it, 205 is horrible.
I don't watch it.
I don't watch it either. You know, I don't get to watch a lot of stuff because my cable company don't have Global Force and don't have New Japan. You know, I love watching New Japan, but I can't watch it because, you know, we don't have satellites. So
I'll watch it.
You watch New Japan?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I really like it.
Who do you like? Do you like Japanese wrestling opposed to Mexican wrestling, or Mexican opposed to Japanese wrestling? Which one do you like better?
I like Japanese. Don't get me wrong, I like Mexican wrestling. I like that too, but I just like Mexican wrestling. They're hard hit. It's more competitive sport there.
Yeah.
Than it is in America. So the stuff they do is just ridiculous. And I mean, I watched all the college things that they do there in Japan. They're just
I think one of my favorite wrestlers over there is Rainmaker.
Oh, Okada?
Okada, man, dude, that guy, I've seen some matches with him. They're just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. I watched he had the North, the mid specialist guy. They had such a good match. I thought that in the end, Okada ended up winning. Vince, oh man, he's about to get that. And that's what I like. I like the fact that you can still get me to believe what's going to happen for real and going another way. I like them to say, "Oh, I know was damn ridiculous going on matches." I like
the next opponent that Cody Rhodes has is from Japan. I can't pronounce his name. He's going to be at the Ring of Honor a big Ring of Honor pay-per-view coming up, and that dude's got to be 50-some years old. Is his name Ashida or something like that? Is his name like Ashida, something like that?
Man, you got me, man. I don't know.
What do you think about CM Punk coming to Ring of Honor? Maybe.
Good for him. I mean, you got to do it for MMA, and he got his taste of that. And I mean, I think I know he sits there and probably says he hates him. Get away from him. You see that everybody basically are in the business. You don't want to.
You know,
go back to the Ring of Honor. That'd be great.
You
Everyone
see,
try to the WWE system. He can be more.
you see who
And
WWE.
have the matches he wants.
You see who WWE's going to try to make the next CM Punk, don't you? Aleister Black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've heard people say they're making. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. They're trying to groom Aleister Black into being the next CM Punk. I really do. I think that's who they're gonna try.
He don't even talk.
He don't talk at all. You know, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna perform that, man. But you know.
Yeah, yeah, because he could talk. He could talk very well.
And sometimes WWE didn't want him to talk.
Yeah.
Because he does sometimes say stuff that they didn't want him to say a lot, you know, and it God, I don't know, but well, man, I'm happy you're still alive doing what you do. First of all,
Yeah.
and I commend you for what you do, man. The way that you wrestle and what you do as far as wrestling. It takes a lot. It takes a guy with, a person that's got a lot of mental, to do stuff like that. Because, man, I don't know if I could get in the ring and be abused like that and come out and like it and be happy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It takes a certain breed to do that. Not everybody.
And hopefully you come to, well, you can't come to Kentucky and bleed, so that'll never happen. Because Kentucky, you can't bleed in Kentucky at all. They shut down all the wrestling matches when you bleed here. But hopefully you come close where I can maybe see you wrestle. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, if I'm ever in your area, I'll let you.
Yeah, if you come over to West Virginia or something, let me know.
Okay.
Because I think
Well,
I think you can. What's that?
You know what? You might offer me if it's West Virginia.
Yeah, I think you can bleed in West Virginia. I think Kentucky's one of the only states you can't bleed.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can bleed in West Virginia. They got Outcast Wrestling that does death match.
Where are they out of in West Virginia?
Fairmont, West Virginia.
Huh. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, I'd love to come see something like that. I don't go to wrestling much because there ain't much around here. So, and I like a show. Like you were talking about, I like a show and I like it to be believable. I don't like to sit there and go, oh, well, he cut himself there, and oh, he messed up there. Oh, he should have said something different there. I want to go to a show that you can sit there and you enjoy it, and you don't pick out everything that's wrong in the damn match. And a lot of times that's how it is with a lot of indie wrestling companies. They like drop kick somebody that's that far away. You can see them like talk to each other. You can see them like barely hit each other. It's.
Well, that's because they don't know how it works.
And it's just, it's old. It's like if you want to put on a show for a kid, that's cool, but at least make it look probably about the best wrestler that we have around here, and I know you probably know him, is Chance Prophet. You ever heard that name?
Yes, probably. Yes, I have. I've heard of him.
He's from West Virginia, I think, and that guy is amazing. He's amazing, you know. And I don't know how he's been able to wrestle with some of these clowns over the years.
That's because he's good enough here.
You know, I mean, don't you hate when you get in the ring and you're the one that has to work the whole match to make it look professional?
Well, you know, I've had my share of shit. What the hell they were doing, and in that case, usually you just gotta beat the hell out of them.
You make them wish that they never got in the ring with you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you can't work, I can be. I mean, I can let some things go, screwing everything up. And I'm gonna have to teach you. And that's how I was brought. That was my training. And you know, man, I got my ass kicked for 2 years in there. I started out. Now I finally started. But they wanted to test my metal against. They wanted to see what it took. And some of these guys are in here now. They're a bunch of shitbirds, man.
Bunch of shitbirds. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, a normal person shouldn't be able to sit and figure out everything that's going on in a match. You know what I mean? A normal person don't know about wrestling. I mean, it should be part of the whole facade. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not saying that WWE is the greatest when it comes to that, or Ring of Honor, but because I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. I hate Becky Lynch because she's the worst at that. Becky Lynch is the worst at selling anything. You know, I mean, it's like, come on, really? Are you kidding me? You know, you got these girls like Charlotte and Sasha Banks and Naomi and all these other girls that just work their ass off, you know, to make you have a great show, and then you have somebody like her that like does a drop kick that far away, and she falls out of the ring and falls on her head, and you're like, how the hell did that just happen? You know, I guess gravity. You know, but anyway, man. But tell everybody where they can get your stuff again, and tell them about your show again that you're going to have coming up.
Okay. Like I said, you can get your at dieharddesigns.com. .com and and you can get t-shirts and hoodies, all sizes, different colors. If you did me, not this week, but the next Saturday, in Indiana, the IW Mid-South King of the Mass. And if you do come there, I'll have some matches against Samoa Joe, Abdul the Butcher, and several other guys. So come out and wrestle. It's going to be wild play.
Cool. He's not going to be the first of wrestlers to be on, but I really enjoyed talking to him, and he's cool. He wrestles Samoa Joe, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back with the challenge, and I'll see you all in a little bit.